Ok, va bene. Va bene. And welcome back to the Alpe Adria, the 2019 Alpe Adria International Motor Racing Championship at Slovakia in Slovakia. This is the second day of this exciting competition. It's the first of the 6 events taking place this season. It's Assen, Pannonia Ring, Oxersleben, Grobnik and Most. Today, in the commentary box, we have myself, Alan Spenjak, who will be leading you through today's races, and we have Mislav Perkuzic. Welcome, Mislav.
Welcome to also, and good day to all the viewers in front of the small screens. As you said, we are at Slovakia Ring. This is our second day of racing, which is starting a bit early today. We will have the Supermono FIM Cup race, sprint race, which will only be 6 laps long. And then we will continue with the Alpe Adria Cup for the 600 and the 1000 combined race. And after that we will head on to Honda Talent Challenge Dunlop Cup. And the Dunlop Cup will start at 11. The Alpe Adria Cup races, combined race, will start at 10:25, and at 11:50 we will have the Super Sport 300 category. So that is all what will be happening before the lunch break. And after the break we will continue with the Superstock 600 at 1:40. After that it's the Superstock 1000 European Cup at 2:25. At 3:15 we will start with the Superbike category, and again we will finish with the FIM Supermono Cup at 4:05. That will be their second main race.
So today we have 8 races for you, so it promises to be an exciting day and a full day of racing. So we're just looking now at the grid. So the riders will be shortly taking their positions on the grid. So this year, the Slovakia Ring celebrates its 10th year. It was constructed just over 10 years ago, completed 10 years ago. So the first riders now are taking their positions. And just to review the grid, we have in first position Jerry van der Bunt, who had a great performance in yesterday's race. In second position, number 35, Daniele Scagnetti. In third position, number 20, Nico Kera in the second row. Fourth position, number 54, Galip Satici. In the fifth position, number 1, Josef Frauenschuh. Number 6, sixth position, number 70, Marek Nemecek. And in the third row, the seventh position, number 25, William Gillis. Eighth position, number 371, Ladislav Wojtko. Number 9, ninth position, number 5, Johan Karl. In the fourth row, number 10, 88, Lucas Frey. In the 11th position, number 40, Mario Wilhelm. So the last two, number 12, number 18, Libor Kamenicki. And in row 5, number 13, Robert Michel. So we're just waiting the marshal's flag for the warm-up race. 1 second to go, the warm-up lap, sorry. So conditions today are nearly perfect. It's sunny, it's dry, 12, 13 degrees. The only issue today is a little bit of wind. Well, hopefully that will die back as the day proceeds. 30 seconds to go. So how do you see this race proceeding?
Surely Jerry van der Bund will start ahead, and I believe he will take the victory today. He was over 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds faster than the second positioned man on the grid today, Daniel Scagnetti. So I believe that he will go forward. In the yesterday's race, Jerry van der Bund won with a 32-second difference between him and Josef Frauenschuh. And Daniele Scagnetti was on the third position. If you are maybe just first time watching this Alpe Adria Championship, maybe we can clarify this starting grid and this procedure. So after the first qualifying practice, those times are then taken for the first race starting grid. And after first race, there is a combined times from the qualification practice and the race, which give us the starting grid for the second race. So this is the same for all the classes, and this is the procedure we are using in this Alpe Adria Championship.
So it's a cumulative, cumulative point system.
This gives everybody an equal chance. As you can see, Daniel Scagnetti was third, but he's second. So makes a mistake in the first race, and he comes in ninth or so. And in that case, he can do a fast lap when he's recovering and have a good starting position for the second race.
So we're just seeing three of the hills. There are four artificial hills that were constructed on the track to give more excitement and more of a challenge to our riders.
This is a track that is long 5,922 meters. It's a clockwise circle. It has 14 corners. Most of them are combined, so a lot of exciting places and a lot of hard breakings, which means a lot of opportunities for overtaking.
So as they come into the last sector now, ready to regroup on the starting grid. So just to reiterate, this is a six lap race, total of 35.5 kilometers. As we wait for the rear steward, red flag in position. Just awaiting, and they're off.
The race has started. We see Jerry van der Bund immediately taking off into the lead.
Taking the first corner now. Jerry van der Bund. And Jerry van der Bund well ahead.
Yes, as we predicted, he immediately went off, and it will definitely be an easy race for him today. He will surely take victory if no complications occur. He has shown us his capabilities yesterday, so there is no doubt in his talent.
And conditions are slightly better today compared to yesterday, would you say?
It's difficult to say because with a lot of wind, you can see the trees in the background really leaning from the wind. So in one direction it's good, but when you have a wind from the front, it's very difficult, especially when you have to switch corners. So it's pretty dangerous. We had a couple of crashes on the warm-up sessions this morning, so it's very important for riders to see the situation. I think we had maybe some kind of a crash. I saw dust in the outgoing zone.
So if you've just joined us, this is the first race today, the FIME Super Mono Cup, the sprint race. 6 laps in total. And Jerry van der Bundt now very much taking the lead, very much establishing that lead position. You can see we can't see who's been taking off.
So we are waiting for the completion of the first full lap. We have a yellow flag. Most definitely someone was off the track. So first lap is behind us. Just waiting for the official times. Jerry van der Bundt 2:25.7, and Johan Karl is on the second position, 2:31.6. Then Nico Kehrer, Galip Satici. Then Josef Frauenschuh is on the 5th position. Daniele Scagnetti is 6th. Then Gilles Frey, Wilhelm, Michel Wojtko, and Libor Kamenitsky. I think we lost number 70, Marek Nemeček. Marin Nemeček, who was 9th in the yesterday's race, and started from the 6th position, from the 2nd row. This is number 20, Nico Kehrer. He's on the 3rd position, trying to chase down Johan Karl. But the difference is well over 1 second, so he will have to make an effort.
So Jerry van der Bundt still very, very much in the lead. Just waiting for confirmation of that lead time.
In the first lap it was 5.8 seconds. So we have another crash. Who is down is number 20. I didn't quite get it. Is that Nico Kehrer? We are waiting for the official confirmation. No, sorry, it is
25.
Probably it is, but
we'll wait for confirmation.
Wait for confirmation. It's a bit far away, so it's hard to see.
So we're 4 laps to go. Jerry van der Bundt still in the lead. Very much so.
Yeah, Jerry van der Bundt is untouchable in this race, as he was yesterday. Yesterday we had a combined race of Super Mono Cup and Honda Talent Challenge Dunlop Cup. So
He seems unstoppable.
Yes, most definitely he is. This is number 5, Johan Karl. I think we lost Josef Frauenschuh and William Gillis. That was the number 25 you were
yes.
mentioning, so unfortunately we lost another 2 riders, so only
so we're just waiting for those lap confirmations.
Jerry van der Bont in the last lap was 5 seconds faster than Johan Karl, so he's building up his advantage, and with less than 4 laps to go, I'm sure his victory margin will be enormous. So very good riding from him. The Supermono category join us this year again in the Alpe Adria International Motorcycle Championship, and this category will be with us throughout this season. Three laps to go. 2:21.5 still the best time. Now he went to 22, but an enormous lead, over 15 seconds between him and the second place Johan Karl. Nico Kehrer is still on the 3rd position. Then 4th is Galip Satici. Daniele Scagnetti is on the 5th position. Mario Wilhelm is 6th. Then Libor Kamenitsky on 7th. 8th position is number 88 Lukas Frey. 9th position number 371 Ladislav Vojtko. And 10th is Robert Michel. And as I said earlier, we lost Josef Frauenschuh, William Gillis, and Marek Nemeček.
So we have 10 riders left to complete the race. And Jerry van der Bont, again, unstoppable now.
Next race, which will be in line, is the Alpe Adria Cup 600 and Alpe Adria Cup 1000 combined race, which is set to start with deciding lap at 10:25. And then we will continue with the Honda Talent Challenge Dunlop Cup at 11. And before the break, the Super Sport 300 category will start at 11:50. And after that, we'll be taking a break and then continuing on with the Superstock 600 race at 1:40. Superstock 1000 European Cup is set to start at 2:25. And then the last FIM Supermono race will be held at 4:05. So 8 races today, and a lot of excitement for you, ladies and gentlemen, in front of the screens. We hope you will be with us throughout this beautiful but windy day in Slovakia ring. And of course, we remind you that we'll be with you throughout this year with the broadcasts of all races this season. Also us and Pannonia Ring, Brno, a lot of races will be happening in our championship, and a lot of excitement. Yesterday we had some crashes. Everybody was okay at the end. We hope that today goes better, that we have even fewer crashes than yesterday, so everything can go in uninterrupted.
Just to remind you that this event is brought to you by Lutech Racing. in collaboration with their sponsors Dunlop, Bridgestone and Pirelli. So coming back to the race, we're in the final stages. Jerry van der Bundt in the lead, in first position by far. Coming into the final sector, sector 3. And the paddock straight. One lap to go, final lap for Jerry van der Bundt.
We are in the last lap of this 6-lap sprint race in the FIM Super Mono Cup. Still way ahead in the lead is Jerry van der Bundt from the Netherlands, who has over 24 seconds lead in front of Johan Karl. And now on the third position is Galip Satici. He managed to pass in front of Nico Kerer. And Daniele Scagnetti is still on the 5th position. Mario Wilhelm is 6th, Ladislav Wojtko 7th position, and then Libor Kamiński, Lukas Frey and Robert Michel. Robert Michel from France.
So just coming into the final stages now, the last lap. Jerry van der Bundt, clear winner here.
He's finishing off the second sector of this lap. Way in front is Jerry van der Bundt. Easy victory for him. He managed to pull away immediately and just build up his advantage from there.
So coming into the final curves.
Van der Bundt takes the victory.
Congratulations to Jerry van der Bundt from Holland. Another great victory.
And we see Johan Karl celebrating his second position. Third should come Galip Satici, who managed to pass Nico Kerer 1 lap ago. Now also passes Daniele Scagnetti.
So just to confirm, in first position Jerry van der Bundt, second Johan Karl, third position Galip Satici, fourth position Nico Kerer, fifth Daniele Scagnetti, and Mario Wilhelm in sixth position. 7th, Ladislav Vojtko. Number 8, Libor Kamenicki. And we're just waiting the final confirmation. Number 88, Lucas Frey in 9th position. And in 10th position, Robert Michel. Thank you for joining us for this first race today. We're just taking a short break and we'll be back with you for the next race, the AAC 600, AAC, the Alpe Adria Cup 1000. Thank you. Be with you soon. Welcome back to the commentary box for the second of today's race, the Alpe Adria International Motorcycle Championship at the Slovakia Ring, Slovakia. This is day 2. A beautiful day here in Slovakia Ring. Sunshine, 13-14 degrees. However, we do have a wind. So we are preparing now for the Alpe Adria Cup 600 and Alpe Adria Cup 1000 series. So this is a combined race. And yesterday's winners of this race, the 600 series, was number 1 in first position, 626 Amir Osmanovic, and the AAC 1000, the Alpe Adria Cup 1000, was number 4 Robin Krijkamp. So we're just waiting for the confirmation of the grid positions. You can see the effect on the trees and the flags of the wind today. However, it's bright and dry. So this is the second of today's races. The next race is the Honda Talent Challenge and Dunlop Cup at 11 o'clock, followed by the Super Sport 300 European Cup at 11:50. And this afternoon, after the break, at 13:40 is the Super Stock 600 class, followed at 14:25, 2:25 by the Super Stock 1000 European. The Superbike race is at 15:15, 3:15, and the last race of today will be the Super Mono Cup at 16:05. So we have 7 races left today, full days of racing. So the riders taking their positions on the grid. So with this race we have a total of 11 riders. 11 riders, 7 laps. So we have a total of 41.45 kilometers. So in the first position on the grid we have Robin Krijkamp, Brandebura and Kubista. So Robin Krijkamp from the Netherlands, Radoslav Brandebura from Poland, Radek Kubista from the Czech Republic, Andreas Kuril, number 444 from Austria, Jan Rukel, also from Austria, number 56, number 55 Pavel Paldus from the Czech Republic, and number 101 Sebastian Karzeski, also from Poland. The AAC 600 class 626 Amir Osmanovic, number 88 Petr Svoboda from the Czech Republic, and number 54 Michal Snezovic, Slovakia, from Slovakia. So we have the pit staff still on the grid. Five minutes to go. 5 minutes to go on this beautifully sunny day on the Slovakia Ring in Slovakia. So this race, just to reiterate, 7 laps, 41.45 kilometers. And the Slovakia Ring is 5.922 kilometers long, which is the equivalent of 3.67 miles for those who use miles. Safety car in position. And these series of races is brought to you by Lutech Racing in collaboration with Dunlop, Bridgestone and Pirelli. Another few moments before the start for the warm-up. Pit staff slowly clearing the grid. Just awaiting the final countdown. So 1 minute to go. So again, those of you who have just joined us, this is race 2 today, the AAC Alpe Adria Cup 600 and 1000 series combined. 11 riders in total. A 30-second flag. And they're off for the warm-up lap. So we promise you a full day of exciting racing here at Slovakia. Second race, the Alpe Adria Cup 600 and 1000 class. So with the Slovakia ring, 14 bends, 4 hills, a total of 5.9 kilometers each lap. So the foremost circuit in Slovakia, and this year it celebrated its 10th anniversary. Next month's championship is at Assen in Holland. So this is the first of 6 events taking place this year, brought to you by Lutek Racing. The riders reassembling on the grid. Total of 7 laps, 41.45 kilometers in total. So red flag in position. Waiting the green flag. And they're off. Number 10 seems to have just been overtaken. Brandebora has just been overtaken. We're trying to confirm who's in the lead now. We're just waiting for that first lap confirmation. So 7 laps of this Alpe Adria Cup 600 1000 series. Robin Krijkamp in the lead. Robin Krijkamp had a great race yesterday. Krijkamp, Brandebora and Kuril, Andreas Kuril, number 444. Kubista, Radek Kubista in 4th position. Again, bright conditions today. Confirmation of six laps to go. Now we're just awaiting the update of the positions. So for those of you who have just joined us, we're just into the Alpe Adria Cup 600 1000 race. 11 riders, 7 laps in total. Robin Krijkamp seems to still be in the lead, still in 1st position. So just a reminder, this is a combined race. Two classes are joined in this race. The winner of the 600 series, 600 race yesterday was 626 Amir Osmanovic, and the Alpe Adria Cup 1000 is Robin Krajkamp. So, Mislav, do we have an update on the positions?
Yes, we have an update on the positions. It's Robin Krajkamp with Radoslav Brandebura on the first and second. Then third position is Radek Kubista. Andreas Kuril is fourth. And then Erik Daniel is on the fifth position. We have 8 riders, in the Superstock, in the Alpe Adria Cup 1000 race. And in the Alpe Adria Cup 600, we only have 3 riders. It's Amir Osmanovic, Petar Svoboda, and Michal Knezovic. Unfortunately, we lost Jan Rukl early in the race. So this is the fight for the leading position between Robin Krajkamp and Radoslav Brandebura. Ducati versus Yamaha.
It's a very close race yesterday.
Yes, most definitely. We'll see how will Krajkamp manage today.
He seems to be increasing his lead, but Brandebura is he will certainly do his best to catch up.
Yes, yesterday Krajkamp won with almost 5.5 seconds advantage in front of Radoslav Brandebura, but they were very close throughout the race, and only in the end Krajkamp managed to pull away. But for now they're only 1.5 tenths in between. You see, it's very close. Number 4, it's Robin Krajkamp, and then it's number 10, Radoslav Brandebura. They're now exiting on the start and finish line. Over the line they go, but obviously Krajkamp is faster on the straight.
4 laps to go. Just under halfway.
They have slowed down a couple of seconds, actually 2.5 seconds, comparing their best times. So this is surely an open race because they have a lot of in reserve, but it seems like Krajkamp is really pulling away.
Just for those of you who have joined us at race 2 of day 2 of the Alpe Adria International Motorcycle Championship at Slovakia Ring. So at the race 2, at the moment we have Robin Krajkamp well in the lead, followed by Radoslav Brandebura close behind.
So in the first sector, Robin Krajkamp was faster in over half a second, but still there is no real pulling away in the front. Also, we have a good fight for third place. It's between Andreas Kuril and Radek Kubista. And we must say that in the Alpe Adria Cup 600, we have a leader number 626. It's Amir Osmanovic in front of Petr Svoboda. He has a 1.2 second advantage over Svoboda. And then way behind is Michal Knezovic. Yesterday in the 600 category, Amir Osmanovic won in front of Petr Svoboda. It was also a close race. 0.2 of a second was in between them, so most definitely today will be very close as well. We are back with the leaders, number 4 and number 10. It's Krajkamp and Radoslav Brandebura.
So with 3 laps to go. Krajkamp, Brandebura and Kubista still in third place. Just confirmation. Krajkamp, Brandebura, Kubista. No, Kubista has now been overtaken by Kuril, Andreas Kuril, number 444.
Yes, we were mentioning that Kubista and Kuril are in a fight for the third position, and obviously there has been a change. So Kuril, number 444, is now in the third position on his BMW. Kubista fourth, Erik Danichel is on the fifth position. Sebastian Krzeski is sixth. Pavel Paldus is on the seventh position. And then we have a fight for the first position in the Alpe Adria Cup 600. Between Amir Osmanovic, number 626 on Yamaha, and Petr Svoboda, also on Yamaha, number 88. Michal Knezovic is third in the Alpe Adria Cup 600 race.
So all 3 riders are on Yamahas.
Yamaha is most common in the 600 category. It's a well-known bike in a lot of championships, especially here in the Alpe Adria. We are in the penultimate lap. We have 1.5 lap to go, to be exact, and after that we have another race coming at
11 o'clock.
At 11 o'clock, yes, it's of course the Honda Talent Challenge Dunlop Cup, where you can see young talents from all around Europe. So also we'll be having a lot of excitement going on. Onward, we'll have the Super Sport 300 category as well. That will start at 11:50 before the break. And then after the break, we will start with the Superstock 600 at 1:40 and the Superstock 1000 at 2:25. At 3:15, it's the Superbike category, and last but not least, at 4:05, it's the FIM Supermoto Cup, their final race of the weekend. We are entering the final lap. Robin Krajkamp has a big advantage in front of Radoslav Brandebura now. Bigger than it was, to tell the truth. It's now over 0.6 of a second. So this is a similar situation as it was yesterday when also Krajkamp in the last laps pulled away.
Just coming into the final stages. Just confirming Krajkamp, Brandebura and Kuril 1, 2 and 3. Kura just over 3 seconds behind.
We are in the second sector. Now Brandebura closed down on Krajkamp. We could have a fight for the victory. This is a fight for the first position in the 600 category between Osmanovic and Svoboda. We are back with the leaders in the Alpe Adria Cup 1000. Brandebura tries to take the inside, but Krajkamp closes the door. This will be an exciting end to this combined race of the Alpe Adria Cup 600 and 1000 race.
This is very close.
Yes, Brandebura goes for the inside. Brandebura, yes, he manages to pass in front of Krajkamp. Can he hold on to his position in this final corner before exiting onto the start and finish line? Yes,
he definitely has.
What a
Well
finish
done.
to this
That's
race.
a fantastic finish.
Brandebura pulls one from the hat and takes the victory in front of Robin Krajkamp. Unbelievable turn of events here at Slovakia ring. Radek Kubista comes in on the third position in front of Andreas Kuril. He managed to get back in front. Fifth position, Erik Danichel. And we are waiting for Sebastian Krzeski to come over the finish line. And who will it be? Will it be Amir Osmanovic or Petr Svoboda for the 600 victory? We are awaiting them to come over the finish line. They are in the last corner. It seems like Amir Osmanovic will take the victory in the Cup 600 race. They're exiting the final corner. It will be very tight over the start and finish line. And Svoboda takes the victory. Svoboda takes the victory. 0.3 of a second in front of Amir Osmanovic. What a race it was in the 600 category.
That's just an amazing finish. Amazing finish. We said we'd bring you a full and exciting day of racing, and this second race certainly has confirmed that. Well, just to say that we'll be back in a few moments for race number 3 of the day. The Honda. And welcome back to the commentary box. Welcome back to the 2019 Alpe Adria International Motorcycle Championship at the Slovakia Ring. Race 3. The Honda Talent Challenge and Dunlop Cup. So we promise another exciting day, second day of racing here at Slovakia Ring. And if this morning's events are anything to go by, it promises to be an exciting afternoon. So stay with us. So this is one of the 6 events taking place this season at Assen, Pannonia Ring, Oxersleben, Grobnik and Most, finishing in September, the championship. So these races brought to you by Lutech Racing in collaboration with our sponsors Dunlop, Bridgestone and Pirelli. So perfect conditions, almost perfect conditions this morning. We have a wind, however the temperature is warming up slightly. Bright sunshine. And this amazing place, this Slovakia Ring, 9.22 kilometers, 14 bends, 4 artificial hills, just celebrating its 10th anniversary, finished 10 years ago. So this is Slovakia's premier racing circuit. So the Honda Talent Challenge Cup is a great introduction for all of our new riders coming into the sport, welcoming them to the Alpe Adria Cup. So the last race this morning, it's at 11:50, is the Super Sport 300 series. And this afternoon's racing starts at 13:40 with the Super Stock 600. At 2:25, the Super Stock 1000. 3:15, the Superbike. And last but not least, the Super Mono FIME Super Mono Cup at 5 minutes past 4. So the first bike taking position on the grid. We're just awaiting the confirmation of the riders' positions on that grid. conditions today are bright and sunny. Temperature between 13 and 14 degrees, with a strong wind, however. Hopefully that will die back as the day proceeds. So, positions now being taken up. So race 2 of the Honda Talent Challenge and Dunlop Cup. So there we see Marie Mende. So we're just preparing for the warm-up lap now. 7 riders in this particular race. Ten laps, a total of 59.22 kilometers. Luca Gottlinger. So 1 minute to go. Seconds to go, and in the first position on the grid is Luca Gottlicher, number 2 Tino Hole, and they're off. This is the warm-up. So number 14 Florian Weiss, number 22 as we saw earlier Marie Mende, number 57 Kilian Holzer, and 47 Chloe Batu, with 45, number 45 Nicholas Hole. So that's the grid positions. So on the warm-up lap. 7 riders in total. Still a fair amount of wind this morning, but but temperature 13 degrees, 14 degrees, and sunshine, bright sunshine. So 10 laps for this race. Ten laps, 7 riders. So for those who have just joined us, this is day 2 of the Alpe Adria International Motorcycle Championship and the Slovakia League. This is race 3 today. This is the Honda Talent Challenge Cup and the Dunlop Cup. 10 laps, 7 riders. So as the first riders reposition themselves on the starting grid for the first lap of 10 laps on this Honda Talent Challenge and Dunlop Cup race. Red flag in position. So Luca Gottlinger in pole position, in the first position on the grid. And they're off. Luca Gottlinger in first position. Looks like Tino Hohle is ahead. Difficult to see from this angle. Just waiting for confirmation of those positions. Gottlinger in just ahead now, just ahead of Hohle, Tino Hohle, Luca Gottlinger. Hohle attempted to close the gap. So opening up that lead. Luca Gottlinger, and somebody's off the track now. We're just trying to find out who that is. Back to the track. Luca Gottlinger still in the lead, followed by Tino Hohle. So just find out who we've lost. Luca Gottlinger still in the lead. Tino Hohle second. Hole is not far behind. He's determined to close that gap. Luca Gottlicher, Tino Hole. Very strong performance by both of these riders. So again, just waiting confirmation of those positions. Luca Gottliger still in the lead apparently. And Mislav, we seem to have lost a rider. Do we have confirmation?
Still no confirmation at the moment, but I believe we maybe even lost 2 riders. Florian Weiss and Kilian Holzer.
Very strong performance from these two, Luca Gottliger and Tino Hole.
Yes, this is an excellent battle as it was yesterday. So Tino managed to take the victory just by a small margin of under 2.5 tenths of a second. As we can see, the similar situation is now. He had a small lead, but there is a lot to come. So it's Hole and Gottlicher up in the front on the first 2 positions, and then it's number 22, Marie Mende.
So for those who have just joined us, we are in the middle of the Honda Talent Challenge Cup and the Dunlop Cup at the Slovakia ring.
In this Honda Talent Challenge we have 2 ladies as the riders. It's the 3rd positioned Marie Mende at the moment, and number 47, Chloe Batou from France. That is always nice to see that we have female riders here on the grid, in the paddock. And we wish them a special good luck in their racing careers. And we hope that they will be with us throughout this season. Back with the leaders. Still up in the front is Tino Hole in front of Luca Gottlicher, but it's a small margin in between. Last time they went over the start and finish line, it was only 1/10 of a second, but we had a change in the lead. And Luca Gottlicher is on the leading position in front of Tino Hole, but you have to keep in mind that we still have 7.5 laps to go, so this is far from over, ladies and gentlemen. We see that Tino Hole is now back on the move, number 46, trying to use the slipstream. We're getting hard on the brakes here in the first right corner. Can Hole manage to take the position? No, Gottlicher closes the door, but goes very wide. Can maybe Tino Hole take advantage? Yes, Hole takes the leading position.
He has.
This will be indeed a very close fight between Gottlicher and Hole. It's Denmark versus Germany. And again, Gottlicher takes the leading position in front of Hole. They are
split-second difference.
Changing positions throughout the whole track. 6.5 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. As we were mentioning, this is the Honda Talent Challenge, a new category which has been introduced into the Alpe Adria International Motorcycle Championship this year to attract young riders, both male and female, to come and join this racing madness, as we all like to call it, with an entry category which has lower costs than the pure Moto 3 category, as this Honda is actually a basic Moto 3 bike.
But it's fair to say it's very much at the heart of Lutek Racing's philosophy.
Yes, exactly. That is our approach that we are trying to present to our riders and to people all across the world, that we have a special type of championship which nurses young riders in this small categories such as Honda Talent Challenge and the Super Sport 300 category. That is also a race that we'll be having after this one at 11:50. So we're trying to attract young riders to come to the championship and join our big racing family.
6 laps to go. Luca Gottlicher still ahead, but only just.
That's a small margin. It's half a second, but still anything can change at this point. One small mistake and the whole advantage could be gone.
Well, we're only just past the halfway mark in terms of distance, so anything could happen. And if you've just joined us, this is race 4 today. Sorry, race 3 today, the Honda Talent Challenge and Dunlop Cup. In the lead.
We have a crash. Number 3 is down. Number 3 is down. Luca Gottlicher is down. Fortunately, the rider is okay. But he's out of the race. Luca Gottlicher is out of the race.
Tino Holler has taken that first position now.
Tino Holler now unstoppable in the first position, but what happened, we didn't see the full view of it. But on that combined turn, he lost front and crashed out of this race. Rider looks okay. As number 46 enters the start and finish with an enormous lead in front of Marie Mende, who will come second.
With 5 laps to go now.
Yes, 5 laps to go. We lost to Gottlicher, and now Marie Mende should be on the second position.
And the second and third, and all the positions are important in terms of points, in terms of the overall scoring.
Yes, we have the confirmation that Holle is in the lead in front of Marie Mende, and Nicolas Holle, brother of Tino Holle, is on the third position now. It will be a happy weekend for the Holle racing family. with two of their sons on the podium. That is always an extraordinary feeling.
Conditions this morning are sunny, temperature 13-14 degrees, bright. However, we still have that wind.
Again, to remind you all that next in line at 11:50 is the Supersport 300 race. So for sure be with us, and it will be an exciting race in that young Supersport category. A lot of things was left unsettled yesterday when Maxim Repak crashed out of the race and Oliver Koenig took the victory after they were switching positions throughout the race. So we hope for an excellent continuance of that battle. Also, after that Supersport 300, we will be taking a break until 1:30, half two. So we'll continue at 1:40 with the Superstock 600 and the Superstock 1000 at 2:25. 3:15 is reserved for the Superbike category. So a lot of exciting races still to go in our racing weekend here at Slovakia Ring. This is our second day of racing, and for now everything is going very well. We hope it stays this way. Still a bit windy, but at least we have the sun shining down on us.
So we have just under 4 laps to go now. Tino Holle still in the lead. Maria Mende second, and Nicholas Holle in third place. And hopefully that will be a good result for the Holle family.
For sure, an excellent weekend for them. As you can see on our classification, it was 2 options, either 2 brothers or 2 female riders. So either way, it's a nice end to this first competition for the Honda Talent Challenge. This is our second race. Yesterday, Tino Holle also won, but in front of Luca Gottlicher, who crashed out of this race if you've just joined us. Florian Weiss was third, but he had to retire today, unfortunately. They will have their opportunity to make a better result next time, as we watch Tino Holle finishing one more lap, and now we have 3 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 laps to go.
And just remember that this is the first race of the season, the first event of the season, the 2-day event at Slovakia Ring. We have 5 more across the whole of Europe.
Yes, we'll be going to Assen next month.
So Assen in June, Pannonia Ring in Hungary, July, Oxersleben in Germany, in August, Grobnik in Croatia, and last but not least, in September, Most in the Czech Republic. So it covers the whole of Europe. So Alpe Adria is extending its coverage in this amazing sport.
Yes, we are trying to visit as best possible tracks is being we're trying to bring you the best from all around Europe, so we are careful in choosing our tracks on which we'll be having our championship races. This year our top track is next month in Essen. We expect a lot of Dutch riders who will come and participate in the championship. So definitely that race will be a marker of this season, but nevertheless all other races will be very interesting, I'm sure. We are now watching number 22, Our Lady on the Podium, number 22, Marie Mende from Germany. She's on the second position behind Tino Holle. There's a big gap in between them, but nevertheless this is an excellent performance by Marie Mende.
So 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go on the Honda Talent Challenge and Dunlop Cup. On day 2 of the Alpe Adria International Motorcycle Championship at the Slovakia ring.
Here's our leader, Tino Holle, number 46 from Holle Racing. So Marie Mende on the second position, as you can see. And then we have Niklas Holle, the brother of Tino, both from Denmark.
In 4th position we have Chloe Batu.
Yes, our second female rider, Chloe Batu from France. It is nice to see riders all across the world and all across the Europe here join together on the Alpe Adria International Motorcycle Championship. And as I said, it's very nice to see even 2 female riders in this Honda Talent Challenge Dunlop Cup, new category introduced into the Alpe Adria Championship this year, especially for young riders. We have 1.5 lap to go, ladies and gentlemen, in this Honda Talent Challenge Dunlop Cup race. This is the second race of the weekend for this category. And after this race we will have the Super Sport 300 category up next at 11:50. That is 11:50 for the Super Sport 300, after which we'll be taking a break, and then we'll continue after lunch at 1:40 with the Superstock 600 race. I know you're all excited about that Superstock 600 race because yesterday we had a good fight between Vugrinec and Bodis. Eventually, and of course there was Felix Nasi. Eventually Vugrinec crashed out of that race, so they have some unsettled score. Therefore, most definitely that will be an exciting race. After the Superstock 600, we'll have at 2:25 the Superstock 1000 and the Superbike race at 3:15. And the weekend closure, it's the FIM Super Mono Cup at 4:05. And we are now just 1 lap to go in this Honda Talent Challenge Dunlop Cup, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming into the final stages now. Still in the lead, Tino Holle, followed by Marie Mende, and 3rd position Nicolas Holle. In 4th position Chloe Batu.
We are still with our leader, number 46, Tino Holle from Holle Racing, from Denmark. Excellent performance by him throughout the weekend. It will be For sure, a double victory for him. So we can look forward to our next race in Assen, where surely Luka Gottlicher will try to close down on the points difference which will be set after this race.
It'll be interesting to see how these riders consolidate their positions over the next few races.
Yes, definitely. We'll have a better situation after races in Aston. Another 2 races will be ridden in all the classes. So definitely a lot of excitement ahead of us. We can see Tino Hole in the final corner, exiting onto the start and finish line, and most definitely Tino Hole takes a big victory, double victory for Tino Hole.
He can be well pleased.
Behind him, we are expecting Our Lady Marie Mende and the brother of Tino Hole, Nicolas Hole, and Chloe Batu should come in as 4th.
So just to confirm those positions. Number 1, confirmed, number 46, Tino Hole. Maria Mende now just coming through in 2nd position. Another great performance. We're just awaiting number 3, Nicholas Hole. And here he comes. And in 4th position, just awaiting her arrival, Chloe Batu. So, just to confirm those 4 positions, Chloe Batu in 4th position, and we're now going to take a short break, and don't forget to join us in a few moments for the Supersport 300 European Cup. See you soon. And welcome back to the Alpe Adria International Motorcycle Racing Championship at Slovakia Ring. So we're now arrived at race 4 this morning. It's an exciting morning, an exciting day of racing after this 2-day event here at the Slovakia Ring. So we're now at the Supersport 300 class. So the first riders now taking their positions on the starting grid.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you mentioned, this is our Supersport 300 category race. This is the last race before the lunch break we're going to take. This is an category that has been introduced into the Alpe Adria Championship a couple of years ago, and every year it got even better and better. This year we have 19 riders on the grid, so it's an excellent result for this category to attract so many young riders. Yesterday it was a fantastic race and a fantastic fight between Oliver Koenig and Maxim Repak. Unfortunately, Maxim crashed out of the race and could not continue. So Koenig took the victory in front of Wojtek Schwarz and Miloslav Hrava. All three riders are from Czech Republic, so it was a great day for the Czech Federation yesterday. Nevertheless, behind them was number 12, Mate Samado from Hungary, rider who joined the Alpe Adria Championship last year and showed us some impressive performance, so we expect a lot of him in the outcoming races. Fifth position in yesterday's race was David Kuban. Then Roman Kuchera was on the 6th position, although at the beginning of the race he was up with the leaders, but couldn't manage to stay up in the front. Behind him, Roka, Kurek, Nespesny, Sobčík, and then on the 11th position, number 97, was Gasper Hudovernik, son of Milan Hudovernik, who is a well-known rider in the 250 GP category in the Alpe Adria Championship. For all of you who are well-known with our championship for quite some time. And behind Hudovernik was Lambing, then Strnadova, our lady also on the grid, Marketa Strnadova, then Barcik, then number 47, Radek Lamich. Radek Lamich, he's also a well-known rider in the Alpe Adria Championship, who has been competing for a lot of years, I believe since 2004, 2003 in the Alpe Adria Championship. He competed in the two-stroke 125 cubic centimeters sport production category. He was also a champion of that category. I believe that was back in 16, I believe. And this year he joined the Supersport 300 category and moved to 4-stroke class, and his plan is for sure to stay in this category and compete on the high level. We have him on the screen right now. Here he is, number 47 from Czech Republic. It's Lamy Racing Team. And on the 16th and 17th position yesterday was Klemba and Polstinski, both from Poland. As we mentioned earlier, Repak and Demajnuk didn't finish. They both crashed out of yesterday's first race for the Supersport 300 category.
So their positions are replicated on the grid as they now take their positions. 5 minutes to go. Who do you see as being strong contenders for this race?
It's hard to say, especially today when we have a lot of wind, and slipstream will be the most important thing to use today, because whoever gets in the front will have a lot of wind at one point into his front, so definitely he will be losing speed. So in these conditions I expect a lot of overtakings, so I hope they don't disappoint us. Considering the grid, as you can see, we have a bit of a different situation because Maxim Repak is on the second position. As we were mentioning earlier about the starting positions for the second race, so we take combined times from the qualifying practice and the first race, and which time is better, that time is being taken and then used for the grid for the second race of the weekend.
So the cumulative points.
Cumulative, yes.
So just waiting, we're approximately 4 minutes to go. Conditions here, late morning, conditions are slightly warmer, 14 degrees, sunshine, bright day, but the wind is still quite strong. So just to, if you've just joined us, we are now at the race 4 of this morning's events, the Super Sport 300 series. We've got 19 riders, 9 laps for this race, a total of 53.29 kilometers. So quite an exciting time ahead. We've got 3 minutes to go now, 3 minutes to go before we start.
3 minutes till warm-up lap. Yesterday, as we said, Wojtek Schwarz came in on the third position. We'll see can he maybe, second position, and we'll see if he can maybe stay with the leaders, considering this situation about the wind that I was mentioning earlier. So a lot of opened situations for this race. And later on, as you probably already know, but we have to repeat it so you can always remember it, after the lunch break we will be continuing with the Super Stock 600 race. That is definitely one of the races that is most exciting. We remember yesterday that some scores were left unsettled. Anyhow, we invite you to be with us with that Superstock 600 race at 1:40, and then at 2:25 we'll have the Superstock 1000 and the Superbike race at 3:15, and our weekend closure will be the FIM Supermono Cup at 4:05 p.m. We hope you are enjoying our broadcast, and we hope that you will stay with us throughout this day. Windy day at Slovakia Ring, to be exact.
And remember, this whole event is being brought to you by Lutec Racing in collaboration with sponsors Dunlop, Bridgestone and Pirelli. 1 minute to go now before the warm-up race. So just to reiterate, 9 laps for this race, and we have 19 riders. Total of 53.29 kilometers. 30-second flag.
So the warm-up lap is underway. Definitely an exciting race in front of us.
The Slovakia Ring is really an amazing venue.
Yes, it's an amazing track, amazing venue, which is celebrating its 10-year anniversary this year, and is hosting a lot of interesting events. Probably most of you know the 8 Hours of Slovakia Ring, the Endurance World Championship race, which is being held here for a couple of years now. Just to mention, we also have a lot of riders from the Endurance World Championship competing here in the Alpe Adria, so a lot of quality racers.
So the warm-up race, the warm-up lap underway. And if you've just joined us, this is the last race of the morning, race 4, the Super Sport 300 class. Warm-up lap, just in progress.
Little by little, riders are completing their warm-up lap and will be coming shortly to their starting positions, where we'll be waiting for the start. This is a 9-lap race. Race, and for sure a lot of excitement.
These bends, these 14 bends, will give a lot of opportunity, as we said earlier, for overtaking, using the slipstream and using the double bends. It certainly makes the race more exciting, more opportunity.
Most definitely, although this race, I believe, will be decided by the slipstream, because the wind is still fairly strong out there. We can see the trees shaking in the background. This is a 53.3 kilometer long race, 9 laps here at Slovakia Ring. Clockwise circle, we are waiting for our pole position man, Oliver Koenig, and here he comes to his pole position. It's number 52, Oliver Koenig. Next to him, number 16, Maxim Repak, and number 3, Wojtek Schwarz. That is the first starting row, and then behind Samado, Kuban, and Hrava in the second starting row. We are waiting for a start, and they are off. Koenig gets a good start, but also someone from the second row. Is that Samado trying to pass through the crowd? 19 bikes on the grid. It's number 56, David Kuban, in the lead. He managed to get an excellent start, but right behind him there is a lot of riders, and it will be hard for him to keep position.
Closely positioned at this stage, this opening stage.
It seems like there's been a change in the lead, but there's a lot of changes being done right now. Kuban still trying to hold on to his lead, but we see that Oliver Koenig is up in the front. He managed to pass him on the outside, and we see Maxim Repak on the third position at this moment, number 16, but we don't see him now.
It seems that Koenig is still in the lead.
Yes, that should be Repak now in the second position, I believe. We are still waiting for the confirmation, but I think that Repak managed to come in. Yes, and I think Repak is now taking the lead. We'll see on this braking how it goes. Yes, it is number 16, Maxim Repak, in the lead. This is a replay from yesterday when Repak took the lead, but Koenig managed to stay very close and put the pressure on Repak, who eventually crashed out. final right corner before exiting onto the start and finish line. Koenig has more speed entering this corner. And there will be a lot of things going on behind those two leading bikes. Over the finish line they go.
8 laps to go.
So we have number 16, Maxim Repak in the lead, in front of Oliver Koenig and Wojtek Schwarz. That was the classification when they passed the start and finish line. Kuban was 4th, then Hrava, Samado, Nespesni, Roka, Kučera, Sopčik, Kurek, Hudovernik, Lambing, Demajnuk, Barčik, Strnadova, Lamicha, Klemba i Polscinski. There's a big fight for the 4th position. We are with the leaders, still Maxim Repak, but Oliver Koenig is still very near, and one small mistake from Repak could change it all. We see that Wojtek Schwarz is also under pressure from Kuban and Hrava, so it's all open for the 3rd position in the overall classification.
And if you've just joined us, welcome to the Alpe Adria Motorcycle Championship Race 4, and the last race of this morning is the Super Sport 300 class. So we're 2 laps in, and in the lead Maxim Repak, closely followed by Oliver Koenig.
Repak manages to pull away a couple of tenths, but we know that Koenig is stronger in this 3rd and final sector. Oliver Koenig was also faster in the 1st sector by 0.3 of a second. You see how he closed down on the Maxim Repak. He will try to use the slipstream and maybe outbrake Maxim Repak in this long right corner. We see Koenig trying to pass, and yes, Koenig manages. Koenig was also faster in the 2nd sector. Now they go out on the start and finish line. Who will have the lead over the line? It's Koenig, but it will be hard to maintain the position because Maxim Repak is very close. 2:24.3, it's time from Oliver Koenig, fastest lap of the race for the moment.
7 laps to go. Still in the lead, Koenig, Oliver Koenig, Maxim Repak in 2nd position, and nearly 3 seconds behind Miroslav Hrava.
Big fight still going on for the leading position. Repak tries to attack, but Koenig is better on the braking at this point. But still, nothing is done here in this fight for the victory. Also, we have a big fight for the 3rd position between Hrava, Schwarz and Kuban. Samado and Nespesni are also very close. So we have 3 riders that are very near, and the fight for the 3rd position. So it's hard to say who will it be. Will it be Hrava, Schwarz or Kuban? Also Samado and Nespesni are very close.
We're still early in the race, still in the early laps, so anything can change.
Yes, we have 5 riders in that fight for the 3rd place, and we are now watching the leading battle between Maxim Repak and Oliver Koenig. Koenig manages to maintain in the lead, but Repak is very close, and he will for sure try to attack and take the leading position.
Koenig still in the lead, still ahead.
Still ahead, but only just. They go over the start and finish line. It's now 6 laps to go. Only 1.5 tenths was the difference between them on the finish line. Koenig or Repak, it will be Koenig in this first right corner. They take different lines, but same speed, as you can see.
And with just over 6 laps to go in this 4th race of the day, the Super Sport 300 Series, Oliver Koenig still just in the lead. Maxim Repak just behind, determined to close that gap.
So Koenig and Repak are still in their fight for the victory. 3rd position was being held on the finish line by Mate Samado, number 12, in front of Kuban and Nespesny. We obviously lost Hrava and Schwarz, who are now on the 18th and 19th position. So there has been a situation on the track, but we are with the leaders, so we didn't manage to see what happened between Hrava, Schwarz, and then Samado and Kuban. But Samado and Kuban are now 3rd and 4th. Jiří Nespesny is also very close on the 5th position, and then is a 5-second gap to Manuel Roca.
Again there, it's so tight between them. Koenig just pulling away. This is certainly a battle between the two of them. But as you say, Mislav, yesterday's race was similar.
Yes, very similar race. We hope we don't lose Repak today as we did yesterday. Now Repak tries to go for the inside, but still he's a bit far away. He's seeking for his opportunity, but still hasn't found it. Over the start and finish line, they were only 2 tenths in between.
Kuban and Nespesny, fractions of a second between them in 4th and 5th positions.
So Samado is now lonely on the 3rd position. Kuban is now way back, 4.5 seconds. Him and Nespesny are in a fight for the 4th position. And now Mate Samado from Hungary on KTM is secure on his 3rd position. We are back with the leaders. That is Maxim Repak and Oliver Koenig. This is Mate Samado, number 12.
Two front runners, still Koenig and Repak. Five laps to go. Just under halfway.
Samado tries the inside. Sorry, not Samado. Maxim tries the inside, but gets closed down by Oliver Koenig. Repak trying to get in front, but Koenig carries more speed in and out of the corner. Mate Samado still on the third position, so he's secure on that.
We have 4 laps to go.
Repak is showing himself to Oliver Koenig, but doesn't manage to force a mistake. We lost one of the riders. It's number 13, Kamil Barcik. So unfortunately he crashes out of this race. Back with the leaders, still Koenig and Repak head on for the victory. Repak now looking over his back, over his shoulder to see how far away is he from Mate Samado.
In case you've just joined us, we're at day 2, race 4 of this event of the Alpe Adria International Motorcycle Championship, and this is the Supersport 300 race. 4 laps to go. Oliver Koenig in the lead, well in the lead, followed by Repak, Maxim Repak. At this stage it seems to be a 2-bike race. Still just under 4 laps to go.
We are looking now at the fight for the 8th position between Filip Kurek and Kasper Hudovernik. Now we are back with the leaders. Different lines between Repak and Koenig, but Koenig has more speed. Repak has to stay behind and try to use the slipstream to overtake Koenig at the end of this straight. He exits too early from the slipstream and can't come close to try and attack. Laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 2.5 laps to go. Still the fight between Koenig and Repak without a slight clue who can take the victory. The best lap time today is 2:24.323.
Just under 3 laps to go. Koenig still in the lead.
This is number 56, David Kuban, and number 41, Jiří Nespesny. This is the fight for the 4th position. Again, back with the leaders.
So coming into the closing stages now of the Supersport 300 class.
Koenig makes a small mistake, but doesn't lose too much. We see his backhand shaking on this S corner. Can Repak now use the advantage? Yes, Maxim Repak takes the leading position in front of Oliver Koenig. Koenig will have to make an effort to regain his leading position. We will now have 2 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen, when they cross the start and finish line. Repak or Koenig who will take the victory. Repak seems to be a bit in front, but Koenig uses the slipstream, and he will most definitely try to outbrake Maxim Repak, because he knows that Repak has a bit more speed. Yes, and Koenig manages to pass him out of the slipstream. And now again the ball is in Repak's hands.
Court. It's certainly an exciting duel between these two. Very closely matched, both very talented riders. So coming into the closing stages of this race.
So Koenig still in the front, but Maxim Repak knows that he has a little time left, only 1.5 laps to go in this Super Sport 300 category race. This is our final race of the morning part of this beautiful, beautiful windy Sunday here at Slovakia Ring. We have an exciting day in front of us. After the lunch break, we will have the Superstock 600 race at 1:40, and then the Superstock 1000 at 2:25. Superbike is set to take place at 3:15, and our weekend closure will be the FIM Supermono Cup at 4:05. So an exciting day ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you will stay with us throughout it.
And remember, this is the first event of the season at Slovakia Ring. Next month we're at Assen, Holland. June, Pannonia Ring, Hungary. July, Oxersleben, Germany. August.
Again we have a crash. Maxim Repak crashes out. He managed to take the leading position in front of Oliver Koenig when Koenig made a mistake, and now Repak makes a big mistake in the final corner. He's calling the marshals to come and help him get up because they have an enormous advantage, But again, Repak crashes out of the race, unfortunately, when entering into the final corner of the penultimate lap, and Oliver Koenig again has a clean path to victory. Oliver Koenig with a big advantage now in front of number 12 Mate Samado and number 41 Jiří Nespesny. What a turn of events, ladies and gentlemen. For the second time this weekend, Repak crashes out after giving an outstanding performance with fighting with Oliver Koenig throughout this race.
That is such unfortunate for Repak.
Yes, really unfortunate for Repak for the second time. So Repak managed to get back on his bike and pass as 16th over that finish line in the penultimate lap. We'll see if he can, how many points he can get in this race at the end, but big disappointment for him, definitely. So Halbich Motorsport had a bad weekend here at Slovakia Ring, but surely things will be better in the outcoming races. As we mentioned, next month we are in Assen in the Netherlands, Holland, so they will have a chance to do better there.
So coming into the final stages.
This is the final corner before exiting onto the start and finish line for our number 52, victorious for the second time this weekend, Oliver Koenig.
And congratulations to him. That was a brilliant performance.
We are now waiting for the second place man, Mate Samado. Yes, no, this is one of the bake markers, sorry. Now Mate Samado passes the start and finish line, and of course he is happy, and his team for junior team is of course very happy. And Nespesny manages to stay in front of David Kuban for only 27 thousandths of a second and takes the third position. Excellent battle between those two riders as well.
So just waiting now for the remainder of the riders to complete the finishing line. Just to confirm, first three positions, Koenig, Zamado and Nespesny. So really exciting race, and just bringing this morning's events now we can pull to a close, but we'll be back after a break this afternoon. So back at 1340 for the Superstock 600 series.